Clock on the dot. I'm first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week in the mornings, chat about what's going on in the world of weather. Hopefully, not only getting your day started off on the right note, but on a positive note as well. At least that's what I hope for. Feel free to share this with any friends and family that you think could benefit from a nice little weather briefing and a conversation too. Top two things we're watching this morning. It is beautiful to start, but our weather features move into near record territory today, and then we're actually also watching the threat for some strong to even potentially severe weather. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about in Mother Nature's department. Let's get right out to it and see what's doing on our Tower Cam network. Rise and shine, Brevard County, starting off in your area. Need to make sure I'm not going to run the dog over as I scoot over. Rise and shine, Brevard County. It's beautiful, a little hazy out there. Did not see dense fog advisories issued this morning. We check in on the visibility numbers across town, and they're doing just fine. So no concerns here weather-wise. We look at temperatures, and just as expected, it is almost feeling like a summer's day, isn't it? 71 degrees in Orlando to wake up. We're in the upper 60s for Kissimmee and Claremont, mid-70s over in Titusville. Excuse me. This is why we call it Coffee Talk. Hi. All right, so yeah, you can obviously tell we've got a nice, warm, muggy start to the day, but there was a lot of breeze, which is why we didn't develop any fog. Difference in temperatures from right now to this time yesterday, 5 to 10 degrees, so it is a noticeably warmer start to the day. Where do we go from here? Well, I got to click the right forecast button. Where do we go from here? Well, temperatures are going to climb into the 80s and 90s. Very much a summer's day. I do want to point out, the day itself is actually looking very nice. It's going to be a hot, gusty day. Winds out of the south-southwest running 20 to 30 miles an hour, gusting even higher than that. Now, we've got on the screen here that impact icon because the weather will impact you tonight. We have the threat for some strong to severe storms, and yes, we are going to take you hour by hour using our Futurecast model. But let's get there first and foremost, okay? In terms of the 12-hour forecast, let's just look over these next 12 hours, okay? 83 degrees by 11 o'clock. These are metro temperatures. We'll look at city by city, county by county here in a moment. 83 by 11 o'clock. 90 by 1 o'clock. Seriously? It's already hot. 92 degrees by 3 p.m. Notice partly cloudy skies. Then 5, 6, 7 o'clock. That's when we start to see those showers and those thunder showers starting in our area and continuing overnight tonight. So we do have the threat for severe weather tonight. We'll get to that in a minute. But first, heat. Let's talk about the heat. 92 in Orlando, 91 degrees in St. Cloud, 90 degrees in DeLand. Along the beaches, mid to upper 80s near 90 degrees. Across the interior, 90 as well. So, yeah, it's toasty warm. All right, severe threat. Okay, our area under a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms, meaning out of every storm that we see moving our direction, 1 or 2 of them will try to get a little stronger, okay? We don't love to talk about severe threats, but, this time of year especially, when you get a cold front marching our direction, that's just kind of the way that it goes. So what's happening? Wider perspective showing a cold front marching through, and that cold front has been all morning long producing some nasty storms into the panhandle. I've gotten numerous severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings posted, and because of that, the Storm Prediction Center has issued a tornado watch for parts of the panhandle into Georgia. That extends until 2 p.m. today. So again, this cold front marching our direction. Do I expect us to be under a tornado watch? Hopefully not. But we're at least monitoring this line as it pushes through, and we'll be heading in our direction, okay? So again, when we look at our severe threat, it is a level 1 out of 5, meaning out of all the storms around, we can expect isolated storms to get strong and severe. And when we break down the threats, okay, I think that the biggest threat is going to be gusty winds, subsevere. I think that's the biggest threat. Some of them could get to be severe. Some of them could contain a little bit of hail. And there's a low-end threat, but not a no-end threat. There's a low-end threat to see an isolated tornado, okay? So, keep that in mind, my friends. Here's a look at our threat breakdown one by one by one. Tornadoes, I think the biggest threat is going to be across the Nature Coast and our western areas, the I-75 corridor. So Western Marion, Western Lake, and Sumter County, you're the ones under that level 1 risk for isolated tornado threat. For damaging winds, I think most of us are under that threat. And Brevard, you can very clearly see much of Brevard is not under that damaging wind threat. But I would say, we could still see one of these try to get a little stronger for you. And then, of course, the hail threat, basically metro north and west of town under a level 1 risk. So out of all things said and done, it's going to be a fine day today. It's just going to get nastier tonight. And isn't that just so perfect? Because we've got a little race happening down at Disney tonight. It's the Expedition Everest 5K. We're going to be watching the radar. The race starts at 9 p.m. and it's just kind of like, man, not the best timing. Not the best timing for these storms. So let's take you through time using our Futurecast model. I want to make sure everybody knows everything there is to know, okay? All right, so here we are right now, Futurecast, painting a nice quiet picture. I'll bring it full screen. I want everybody to see their neighborhood, okay? So Angie's asking Groveland in the tornado threat. I would say for Central Florida, low-end threat. If you live in that area of the peninsula, on the screen, a low-end threat for all severe elements, but still a threat, okay? Keep that in mind. All right, Futurecast, full screen, ba-bow, and your graphic says the race starts at 10? Did I say 9? Yeah, 10 o'clock race starts. What's wrong with that? I know you're not running the race, brother. Yeah, did I say it wrong? I could have said it wrong. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I am a Burris after all. Okay, so here we are, 8 o'clock this morning, Futurecast nice and quiet. Through 10, 11, noon. There's noon. We're going to be warming. Oh, I said 9. Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not. I need to drink more coffee. All right, here's lunchtime. We're looking good. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 80s and lower 90s already. It's going to be a hot one, but a dry one. Notice into the afternoon, we'll start to see the opportunity for a few showers into Marion County. By about 4:30, 5 o'clock, though, that's when we start to see this line of storms approaching our area. 7 o'clock especially. 8 o'clock getting into Flagler, Marion counties. By 9 o'clock, continuing through Marion and Flagler counties. I did have somebody ask on Twitter. Who was it? Let me look. On Twitter, I did have earlier somebody ask me. REGGZ78 on Twitter. We have an outdoor jazz event at Haggerty High School in Oviedo at 6 o'clock. Will we be okay weather-wise? I asked what time would it be over. The response was around 8 o'clock. So here's 9 o'clock, and Haggerty is still looking. Not that you're watching. Maybe you are watching Coffee Talk. I don't know. But if you are watching Coffee Talk, you're good through 9 o'clock. Okay, so that's good. I'll take that. Then watch through time. 10, 11 o'clock, kind of in our northern areas. Midnight, 1 a.m., still north of the metro. 2 a.m., 3 a.m., getting into the metro. Very important to note, this is going to be a slow-moving line of showers and thunder showers, okay? So just know that, all right? Everybody's asking about the weekend. We're going to get there. We have to get through today first. All right, so there's 3 a.m. tomorrow. Showers and thunder showers widespread through the metro. 5 a.m. Still raining in the metro. So early morning travel plans for Friday are going to look rough. Tomorrow morning's not going to be the most wonderful morning commute. Plan accordingly. I'm certainly going to. I'm going to try and leave the house a couple of minutes early. 7 a.m., still rainy. 8 a.m., still rainy. We'll talk about that on Coffee Talk tomorrow morning for sure. 9 a.m., still raining. 10 a.m., 11 a.m., still raining. Notice by about noon, 1 o'clock tomorrow, though, the showers start moving out little by little by little, okay? So there's that. That's good. I'll take that, right? And then, of course, continuing on through your Friday afternoon, it actually doesn't look bad. So the trend is late tonight through early tomorrow, we get the rainfall, okay? Gross, right? Then watch what happens afterwards. So there's that rain coming in late tonight, early tomorrow. Then watch the Gulf of Mexico. Saturday morning, it's like, oh, yay, we're good. Nope. Look at all of that. Kablowie. Right. That's the November 27th part of the LRC. And there's a lot of moisture moving our direction through Saturday midday and into early Sunday. We can take you hour by hour on that. So let's just say, here we are. We're looking good on Saturday morning, okay? By about 2 o'clock, we're starting to see those widespread showers and thunder showers. 6, 7 o'clock, widespread showers and storms. You see how the blobs are just bigger and less defined? Yeah, it's because we're so far out. We can't take our high resolution models that far, but we can take low resolution models. And so what I did is I zoomed in our lower resolution model just so that you could see it. But yeah, 7 p.m., 10, 11 o'clock Saturday. Sunday morning when I see on West 2 News Sunrise, still tracking rain. But notice by 8, 9, 10 o'clock, we're clearing it out through the afternoon, clearing it out. We're doing better and better and better. Yeah. All right. So, do you go out? Oh, you do. All right. Hold on a second. So actually, Futurecast, our higher resolution Futurecast goes out that far. So here we are. We've got those showers and storms. There's Friday. The storm's moving out. That's fine. You do this. Saturday. Okay. Higher resolution Futurecast. Super glad that we've got that. All right. Here we are. Morning rains around. Morning relatively dry. Then the rains are around. Lunchtime, 1 o'clock. We're starting to see the showers on Saturday. 3 o'clock, really starting to get wet. And it looks like Saturday afternoon and evening, lots of moisture around. Heavier thunderstorms possible. That continues with another wave of energy coming in through sunset. Why do I have a feeling that I'm going to end up going into work early on Sunday? Yeah. So you can kind of see just a lot of moisture around on Saturday. And I say this just to point out that the severe risk for Saturday afternoon, but Saturday nonetheless, the severe risk for Saturday afternoon and evening is also on the low end. 1 out of 5. It's not none, but it's there. So just keep that in mind. We're going to be throwing little waves of moisture around. So how much rain are we talking about? I mean, because flooding is definitely going to be at least something we have to watch. If you trust the high-resolution rapid refresh model, interesting. I didn't know that we made another version of this, but I guess we've got that. Yeah, okay. Hold on, did we configure this? Yeah, it's not config. Oh, when they build stuff, but they don't do it correctly. Okay. I'm like, okay. I don't think Tony and Cam quite understood the, okay. Well, at any rate, we can at least go back, pause for a second. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. This is, yeah, okay. So they only halfway did it. They started. Okay, I'm like, I don't, yeah. Okay. Looking at the European forecast model showing areas of yellow and orange. So you're talking 2 to 5 inches of rain according to the European. it's definitely a little more bullish. Why can't I clean my glasses? Whereas the GFS model showing the half-inch to 2-inch category. So either way, we're looking at a pretty decent rain, but the European is going a little more bullish. So it'll be interesting to see which one plays out. But at the end of the day, we're going with pretty decent rains here these next couple of days. All right, so let's just do this. Let's take a look at Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast. Let's get you through the day today. Let's get you through the next couple of days and see what's doing. You can very clearly see we're entering into a completely different pattern today. Near record heat today. We'll talk about that in a moment. Then we get into showers and thunder showers around for tonight into tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow afternoon clears out. And then basically Saturday morning looks good, but Saturday afternoon into Sunday morning is stormy. And then Monday is stormy. And then a little bit of drier air moving in Tuesday, Wednesday. There's a lot to do here. Here's kind of an easier way to look at this. Tonight into tomorrow morning, showers and thunder showers, some of them strong. But through tomorrow morning, little by little, we'll be clearing it out. So your Friday evening plans are actually looking good. Saturday morning plans, you're good. Midday afternoon, that's when we start to get those showers and thunder showers around. And then for Sunday, some of those are going to try and linger about, okay? Problem is, there is a SpaceX Falcon 9 that is set to launch at 12:14. Now, if you remember, we were looking how Friday clears out, but who's the last area to clear out? Brevard County. Where do we launch rockets from? Brevard County. So this is Transporter 4, which is kind of neat. It's like a ride share. Think of it as an Uber mission for satellites. You know, you don't have the need for a full rocket, so you book a place on it, and then somebody else will book a place. And once it gets full, SpaceX launches the thing. So think of this transporter mission as an Uber for smaller satellites. Yeah, so looking pretty good for everybody but Brevard. Yeah, by 12:14, I think that there's still going to be moisture around Brevard. The probability for launch here is at 40%. The problem is if they delay it one day, it's still at 40% because remember, Saturday's looking crummy. If they delay it, they can't delay it 2 days because Sunday is SLS wet test. So 3 days, then that would put it to Monday. The launch probability does go up. My guess, which actually wouldn't be a big problem for me personally, what am I working on Monday? Crud, I'm on Sunrise Monday. Well, I guess I could go to a rocket launch afterward. I forgot I was doing Sunrise Monday. Oh, well. All right. Well, if they do it on Monday, hopefully I can take a nap and then run out and watch a rocket launch. At any rate, I do not think that the weather's looking all that great for Friday or Saturday. Yeah, so for what it's worth, my friends, it's just, we're getting into kind of a disturbed weather pattern. All right. Today, impact weather day, but it's because of the storms that are arriving tonight. I just want to be very clear about that, okay? We also are under a wind advisory. It's going to be gusty today. So even before the storms arrive, it's going to be gusty. All right? Everybody on the same page here, I hope. Any questions, comments, concerns? I'm here. April showers bring May flowers. That's it. Okay, let's talk records. We didn't get a chance to do that yet. Here are the records for today. Today is going to be a gusty day, a hot day. 92 degrees, our high temperature in Orlando. Record is 95. It's possible that we get there. I hope, beyond hope we don't, but it's possible we get there. All right? Then for Sanford, I think it's awful possible we get there. Leesburg, I'm expecting a new record. Daytona Beach, you'll be close-ish. Melbourne, you'll be close-ish. Gross. Not Melbourne being gross, just this heat. Then again, I also like the pool. Amy, did you cover conditions from Melbourne to Lake Nona around 11? I covered, in depth. Laura's asking about tornadoes. The threat for tornadoes is low, thankfully. We appreciate you being here for us. My pleasure, Dawn. Carolyn, but what do Mayflowers bring? Well, the Mayflower was a ship. So if Mayflowers bring people? Let's see. Our daughter's birthday party is Saturday, 11 to 1, go-karts and mini golf. How does the weather look during that time? That's like the last window of decent time because the showers and thunder showers really start firing back in there. Debbie, my pleasure. Can you run the Friday model again? 8 a.m. shotgun start for the Mayor's Tournament in DeLand. Friday, 8 a.m. You'd be looking better and better as time progresses. Stella, calm down. Let's see. Here's the timing again for everybody, okay? So about 7 o'clock at night tonight, we'll be watching those storms knocking on our northwestern doorstep, moving into northern areas by 9 o'clock, moving into the metro area by about 2 a.m. So don't be surprised if you wake up hearing the rains overnight, okay? Still around through 5 a.m. tomorrow, and then continuing south. There's 8 a.m. Friday. Still maybe some lingering showers into land, but getting better and better and better as time kind of progresses, okay? While we're chatting about this, I'm going to leave the timeline up. I know everybody wants their neighborhood, but guys, I mean, you know, I'm only one person. Patty says it's not. Oh, it has been not that warm in Flagler. It's not been that warm in Flagler. Okay, just super windy about all week. Got it. Okay, all right. So tonight, overnight into tomorrow, showers, storms, some of them strong. Then later tomorrow, like midday through the afternoon, clearing out, looking better and better and better. Then for Saturday, the morning is about it because after the morning, it starts getting crummy again. And it's basically like midday into the early afternoon, showers and thunder showers getting going, continuing through Saturday night, continuing all the way through Sunday morning, and then clearing out. Yeah. Will Dunellen get a lot of rain on Saturday and Sunday? Yeah. If your city that you live in is in Central Florida, we're going to get some rain. If you live in Oviedo, if you live in Titusville, if you live in Bellevue, if you live in Reddick, if you live in Cody's Corner, if you live in Cow Creek, if you live in Kalamazoo, if you live in Mico, if you live in Holly Hill, if you live in Geneva, if you live in Astor. You see where I'm going with this? All right. Debbie's asking about the April forecast here. Stand by. Here's the April forecast. I did get my rating. Now, I know April's not starting off accurate. I know that the first couple of days of April, I am having some issues, but I have not updated it. But I did get note that my critique of my critique of March, 86% accurate. You're not going to win them all. April, the beginning, obviously, the first, second, and third. When is that? April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. That's going to be this weekend. Not talking about rain there. Milder than cooling. I mean, I would say at least the temperature part's not off. Just because those temperatures do come down, and then we kind of get back into a warming stretch early next week. Yeah, warming trend early next week. So, I didn't mention the rains in there. Okay? But I knew this. It's kind of interesting. I knew that that storm system would fire up. It has not in any of the other versions moved all the way to Florida, which is why I didn't put the rain in there. But, the temperature part isn't bad. I just missed the rain there. So, all right, what are you going to do? But, there's April. 86% accuracy for the March forecast. I'll take that. Colleen says if people would listen, they'd know and not be selfish individual asking for their personal area. People are going to do it. It's a part of the job. I just have to tell them, on days like this, it's like if your community is anywhere in Central Florida, you're going to get rain these next couple of days. What about my town? Going to get rain. What about my town? It's going to get rain. What about my town? It's going to get rain. That's the way it works on a weather pattern like this. All right. I wish I had better information for you. If I had to pick the better of the days for this weekend, my friends, I would say that it's going to be Sunday. Because Saturday, washout. Saturday morning, that's okay. Through the day Saturday, we're starting to get more and more rain as that big swath of moisture, moves on through. And then Saturday night, crummy. Overnight Saturday night into Sunday morning, crummy. And then Sunday midday into the afternoon, clearing out nicely. Okay? Carolyn says you can't nowcast this far in advance. I mean, the sheer fact that we're forecasting anything a month out with accuracy is pretty darn cool to ask me. But yeah, there's just elements that my old boss, I'll never forget when I started the long range thing. She's like, well, what if you get it wrong? And I said, we get our 7-day wrong sometimes. Sometimes we get our today forecast wrong. Like, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? I think Gewalt. It's a part of the job. You do the best you can, That's it. Mario, good morning, Eric. Are the storms coming tonight going to be severe around the metro Sanford area? Low-end threat for strong to severe storms, level 1 out of 5. So out of everything coming in, for all of us, for Lake Mary, for Sanford, for Winter Garden, for Apopka, for Zellwood, for Reddick, for Citrus Ridge, for the Four Corners, for Boardwalk and Baseball, for Cypress Gardens, for Six Gun Territory. What other theme parks used to be here that I can think of? For River Country. There's a low-end threat. May get an isolated strong to severe storm tonight. Low-end threat. Can I get a walk-in on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? I would say Friday afternoon you're good, Saturday morning you're good, and Sunday afternoon you're good. Mickey Smith over on YouTube. Good morning, Eric. So is it safe to say we may be an impact zone for the future runs of the November 27th for hurricane season? Now, it's interesting that you ask that. When we're referring to that, I would tell you this. This is when we're talking about the November 27th part of the weather pattern. It was an area of low pressure that got fired up over like Texas area and kind of looped around. But each of it, like look at the February version of it. You could see it there. It almost looked tropical, and then it falls apart. So I would still say probably not, because what you look for here, Circus World, thank you. What you look for is where the atmospheric energy is the most. So we're getting moisture from it, but it's very obvious that it's not strengthening as it's moving our way. It's kind of just falling apart and moistening up the atmosphere. So I mean, if I'm honest, I would say I'm still going to say no, it's not going to be a big impactor for us. But if we look at the overall kind of threat dynamic areas, right? Like the west coast of Florida is still a hot spot for the season. So yeah. I would still say that no matter what, we're covered, because for the season, we do have the hot spot out on the West Coast. All right. Barbara, hi, just woke up wondering what Delray Palm Beaches is looking like long range for the next weekend. Barbara, you're going to have to watch my buddy Glenn. I love Delray. I love the Palm Beaches, but to go long range, I don't forecast down there. You got to watch my buddy Glenn, Mike, and the rest of those knuckleheads at PBF. Yeah, sorry. Chris, so it's going to rain, you say? Yep. Yes, sir. Sailing race Saturday in St. Augustine. How's the weather look? This Saturday? Not looking good. Not looking good. Yeah. Not looking good. Sorry, people. Sorry. All right. I will be tweeting and Facebooking through the day today to make sure that you know exactly what's doing. Much like, how many raindrops can I expect in Three Corners at 4 o'clock today? If you guys and gals ever wanted a good laugh, the broadcast meteorologist Facebook groups that are around and Twitter groups and all this, Literally, anytime anybody posts anything, 4 actual professional meteorologists will say, but when will it hit my house? Like, that's the big joke in the meteorological community. But when will it hit my house? Because it's like, hey, as good as we've gotten in the science, we're not that good. It's like long-range forecasting. You have to understand what you're capable of and what you're not capable of, right? All right. Through the day today, I will be updating the rain chances, the strong to severe thunderstorm chances, and of course, keeping you up to date with everything you need to know. All right? But in the meantime, go. Be one with your Friday. I'm going to go outside and stuff. I bought 4 Adirondack chairs, and I will be in my backyard putting them together now. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you so very much for hanging out. I will see you for the afternoon coffee talk today at 3:30 in the afternoon. We'll have the latest model data, try and take you into the weekend and get you ready for all that stuff. And I was off yesterday, and today I will be on TV tomorrow. A rare thing for me. Friday, noon show. Be there or be square. All right? All right, be good, y'all.